So, for anyone who's logged in recently, you guys may have noticed that there is a new communication dialogue between you and the Lotus, and she's telling you about some story between her and this dude named Kanzu. I mean, I've never met the guy, but I hear he likes an early lunch. But if you're wondering what's going on, we're going to be talking about Plague. If you go into navigation in the top right, you'll be able to see a little circle here. It looks like a thing with a meteor crashing into it. This is not Final Fantasy VII. This is actually Plague. We'll talk about Thermia Fractures maybe another time. Opticore Vandal, that's not what we're going after here. We're going to be doing Plague because we want Plague Kripath and we want Plague Kiwar. And the reason why we want those is because we want the components for the best Zaws in the game. As it currently stands, Melee 3.0 is not yet a thing. And until then, unfortunately, melee builds are pretty much going to almost always be Memeing Strike builds because that's the meta, because they have huge amounts of AoE and they have huge amounts of damage. It can be fairly expensive, but for those who care about clearing through the game as fast as possible, Memeing Strike is how you do it. But if you're wondering why bother? Well, how do I even bother with this? Well, we're gonna go ahead and take a look. We're gonna go and into our arsenal, Eidolon Phylaxis, and Infested Catalyst. Both of these are going to be used to juice up the boss. And the reason why we want to juice up the boss is because we want to get the most standing possible for this boss as fast as we possibly can. Alright, the Infested Catalyst, this can be gotten from a clan dojo, so if you are not currently in a guild, you will have to join one, at least temporarily, and they will have to have the research enabled for you to replicate. Fortunately, it only requires resources from playing the game normally. Plastids and Nanospores both drop by Saturn, and Ferrite drops off of Earth and the Void. Even earlier than them, too. But if you've been playing the game normally, you'll have resources for the Infested Catalyst. I should hope. The other one is the Eidolon Phylaxis. This is strictly from Cetus resources. As you can see, Irodite, Nisselpot, and Gructrul. If you have not played too much of Cetus before, well, that's going to be a little unfortunate. I know not everyone can load Cetus, but if you're interested in getting some of the best melee weapons in the game, you should consider learning Cetus a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and replicate that. We're going to hop on over here. We're going to go to our gear wheel. This is how you equip the Eidolon. I already have them because I did a run earlier. But if you want to learn how, left click and then look for whatever let's spell correctly, please. Catalyst, all right. And Phylaxis. If I knew how English worked. All right. Also, Archwing Launcher, very cool to have. All right. So with our so the reason why we're going to be playing Nekros is because Nekros is because he has two major points to him. The first part is that he is able to increase the amount of drops that you are able to get. So if your guild is farming Hemocyte Cystoliths in order to build statues in your clan dojo, you might want to bring a Hydroid or a Nekros. In my case, I'm just going to bring Nekros because that's what I have. You have a 54. You have a 54% chance to get extra loot from any phase of the boss. So you have 4 chances with 54% chance to get an extra Hemocyte Cystolith from every boss drop. That's the reason why we bring Nekros. He's Farm Daddy. But also, in addition, for those who also haven't encountered this, if you want to strip armor, Nekros' 2 also strips armor. In this case, mine is 20% because I have negative strength, but if you have 100% strength, it'll strip it by a little bit more. You can also use a mod called Creeping Terrify. and you use Creeping Terrify, mobs are also slowed by 60%. So if you have a little bit of strength, you can not only strip armor, but you can also slow the boss down. Actually, you know what? Where does that even come from? I know it comes from one of the same. I'll get to it later. All right. So in my case, you can pretty much build whatever Nekros that you want. It really doesn't matter. Enemy radar. All right, let's swap this out for corrosive projection because that's one way we're gonna strip armor. I currently have duration, range. Oh, right, because this is my Desecrate build. I should probably get Creeping Terrify. For my weapons this time, I'm going to be bringing. What am I going to be bringing? You know what? Let's just bring Stradivar. Let's bring Stradivar. Stradivar's a good gun. Whoa, wait, what? That that's not right. That's not right at all. So to review, while the boss is weak to Warframe skills, it is immune to status procs, so you can't use Hunter munitions. That's why I took it out. It will not take damage from slash procs. It will take slash damage, but not slash proc damage. And I'm going to be modding this to do some kind of corrosive damage, I'd hope. I have a Riven. You don't really need a Riven. Uh, Electric. Can I spell, please? Can I just spell once correctly in my life? Electric toxin. That's heavy cow. Yeah, whatever. All right, this seems fine. This is fine. This is fine. All right, so I'm going to be getting as much crit and as much damage and as much corrosive damage as I can. I probably could just use Stormbringer and Infected Clip. You could also do that if you don't want to use heavy caliber or the status mods. Actually, I probably shouldn't. You know what? You know what? I talked myself out of it. Yeah, I have a spare. I have a spare mod slot. I don't care. My sidearm is going to be the Rattle Guts because I like my Rattle Guts. I also modded it to have corrosive damage, though the base damage is radiation. Um, Radiation does do bonus damage to the boss, but the problem is that the bonus damage is canceled out by the fact that the boss takes 75% reduced damage from radiation anyway. The boss takes 75% increased damage from corrosive. All three of the heads do. That's what you want. You really want to use corrosive. For my melee weapon, I happen to be using a Plague Kripath of my own. And as you can see, I invested 5 forma into this just so I could drop the stance. When you're maiming striking, your character will spin counterclockwise every single time. However, if you have too much attack speed, it can sometimes wind up spinning regularly clockwise, and that's counterproductive because those clockwise spins do not count as slide attacks, which means that you won't be getting the effect of your crit build at all. I mean, you don't have to use a maiming strike saw, but Melee 3.0 isn't out yet. So, I mean, I'm just saying. For your companion, you can use whatever you want. In my case, I'm going to be using my cat because that's what I normally bring to Kuva missions. It also gives me a chance at double the drops. It even gives me crit every so often. So let's just hop on down to Cetus. West Virginia. Country. Alright, I'll stop. I promise I'll stop. So, what we're going to be doing is we're first going to be visiting Nakak. She's the one who normally sells masks to everyone, but in this case, she's going to be the one in charge of operational supply, which is where you get your standing for Plague Star. And let's go. Let's take a look. What can we redeem from her? Plague Star emblem? Yeah, it's an emblem. The Cetus Wisp you can also do from Onko if you kill Eidolons. Or if you just regularly hunt them with a speed bolt, you can do that too. Centurium and Heartneth, these can be mined. A lot of people don't like mining, but it's really not that bad. Fishing, on the other hand, a lot of people dislike fishing a lot more than they dislike mining gems, and she sells some interesting fish parts, right? Fulmination is good for blaster secondary weapons, but chances are you're probably just going to kill yourself with them. Sacrifice is pretty good if you have a Sentinel with primed regen that came from Barrow, I think also 4 weeks ago. And this allows your Sentinel to actually revive you after 4 seconds if you don't do anything and you don't try to revive yourself. Prime Regen and Sacrifice is combo made in heaven, or Warframe, I guess in this case. Forma. Forma's what you get if you do a fully charged up run every single time. You will have enough standing for a Forma every single time, because a fully juiced up boss gives you 3,000 standing. Eidolon Phylaxis, this is what you get after you do the Plague Star a couple of times because it costs standing in order to get. Snipetron is outclassed by the Snipetron Vandal, but Snipetron and Ether Daggers are both technically vaulted weapons. They're no longer being sold in the regular game market, so this is pretty much the only time that you can get them. Exodia Contagion, it's a mod. It's an arcane that allows you to shoot a projectile that's really good at doing damage to you. Exodia Epidemic is good for CC. You just jump up into the air twice and slam jam, and then mobs get lifted up into the air, very similarly to Titania's one. But what we're really looking at here is Plague Kripath and Plague Kiwar. You can tell because both of these start with the letter K, and one of our favorite bands is Reliant K. Shout out to Reliant K. That's how you know. These two parts are the strikes for your Zaws, and ribbons for Zaws are determined by the strike. So Plague Kripath and Plague Kiwar is what you want to be looking at. Plague Aquin and Plague Bakwin are both grips that affect the damage spread of any Zaws that you construct with them. Personally, I use Sikala, though Plague Aquin and Plague Bakwin are also options. But we're going to jump on over, head over to Kanzu, and we're going to go ahead and start the mission. So even though I don't have Creeping Terrify in, if you have Creeping Terrify in, you can not only slow the boss, but you can also strip its armor, which is useful for your team because making your team do more damage is good for your team, as it turns out. Come on now. Uh, 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 uh. That's not right. Huh. That's... Did I go into the wrong cave? That's not right. That's not right at all. Alright, well, normally you would go down into the cave and then, like, help the people inside get the thingy, but I guess we're just not gonna do that. Ah, they'll handle it. They'll handle it. They did it. Good job, team. We're a team. We're a team, and I really helped. I really contributed there. Top-notch work. Go me. Go me. I really contributed there. I hope this run doesn't bug out. The second part of the phase is a mobile defense, and you just mobilely defend it. Well, I guess we'll mobilely defend it as soon as our teammates get here. I mean, as soon as they want to get here, I mean, I'd appreciate it if they did. The cave can be somewhat confusing, though. Right? So I just hit my hotkeys. Normally you can deploy them from the wheel by clicking, but I use my hotkeys. That's how I charged up the thing so quickly. And you just mobilely defend this for 3 minutes. So load up your favorite 3-minute YouTube video. Where's that thing? Where are you? Yeah, we did it. Nekros' 4 doesn't really help much here, but I guess you can go pay attention to something else, right? You can confuse your teammates. That's a thing. Oh, do also be forewarned that if flame blades show up, they can accidentally one-shot the console because they can be bugged. But I guess I didn't go over this earlier, but I use Vazarin in order to give myself a backup plan for whenever something gets close to either this portion or to the escort target. You can just make them invulnerable with a dash. I should have went over that. I suck. AFK. I could literally go AFK for the next minute. I mean, I'm not going to, but I could if I wanted to. It's just a mobile defense, guys. Oh, yeah. 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 You don't like it when I shoot down your air support, do you? Huh? You don't like it, do you? Nerds? Boom! Nerds. Alright, well, that's the end of part 2. Let's move on to part 3. Unfortunately, Nekros doesn't really make this part any faster. Unlike Nova and Loki. But, ooh, we got a really close spawn today. Nice game. Ooh, we did it, Reddit. Ooh, we did it. Doot, doot, doot. Are we ready? Oh my god, did they actually take me seriously when I said that I hadn't ever played this game before? Um, okay. I will point out that if you're using Creeping Terrify, there is an optimal time to use Nekros too, and that's after the boss has already made out of the boil. You don't want to use it before then, because then you might slow him. Oh, come on, guys. Boss, please, cooperate. I am a horrendous shot. Ah! No! Not like this! Huh. Did I actually get an extra Cystolith? Oh, it worked! Hey, it worked! Oh, by the way, Nekros' 3 works on this boss. Which is the whole point of me bringing Nekros. Who would have known? It's not like I said that like 3 times at the beginning of the video. I'm memeing away. Ah! Oh, come on. Game, please? Game, please? I think I bugged out his AI. Got him! We did it! Oh, did it happen again? See, the Desecrate desecrated his corpse. And I didn't get a second one this time. Oh well. That's unfortunate. She corpse exploded the corpse of the boss. Yes, yes, yes. Big as a house, half as smart. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, come on. Guys, this boss is literally just a second phase of Lephantus. I mean, I really should just tell you that right now. Stop knocking me down! I'm trying to make a video here. Come on. Oh my god. Save me, my streamer hero. Oh, did it work? Did we desecrate it? Oh, we desecrated it! Alright, that's enough of that. One more stop. If you see it, kill it. Even the rocks? Especially the rocks. Everything I've told you is true. Even the lies? Especially the lies. Hey, stay still. Let me shoot you. Oh, come on. You had to shoot it in the mouth. Just like Andros, I guess. Wait a minute. No, Andros just shoot him in the eyes. Huh. Pinochet is down. That's fine. Oh, come on. With this many knockdowns, you'd think this was the Profit Taker fight. Oh, did we desecrate it? Eh, not this time. So, how many Cystoliths did we get? Normally you only get 4. But I'm Nekros. You can't even say. My god. 6! We did it! Nekros works! Hydroid also works. But in this case, Nekros works. We did it! Ah, that went alright. That wasn't exactly a speed run, but that went alright. Guys, if you like the video, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you'd like to talk about anything. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch, join our Discord, follow us on YouTube, buy anime waifu statues, leave us a 5-star review on Yelp, swipe right on Tinder. I'll see you guys later.